This is Lesson 4, Build the Database, Exercise 4F, Prepare the Park Data. In this exercise, we'll prepare the park data for the analysis. We already put this data into the Ready Data geodatabase in Exercise 4C, but you may remember that there were a couple of parks that weren't included in this dataset that were actually stored in a different dataset. So our main objective is to incorporate those missing parks into the parks feature class. And we'll do that with an operation called load data. Second, we'll narrow down our parks feature class to a smaller set of features, just like we did before with cities and counties. And then we'll use a select by location query for that. Third, we'll copy our subset of parks into a new feature class. And fourth, we'll delete the old parks feature class from Ready Data and then replace it with the new one. Our map document is still open from the last exercise with cities, counties, and the river. In the catalog window, under Ready Data, we'll add parks. The layer comes in pink for us, which isn't very park-like, so we'll make it green. Now we'll scroll down to our source data, under Park Data, and add the new parks shapefile. This is the data we're going to load. We'll re-symbolize it, and zoom to it. This layer has just two features in it, those two bright green parks. Before we load the data, let's look at the attribute tables for both park layers and see what we're dealing with. The parks table has 1,209 records and basically three attributes, name, type, and acres. The new parks table has two records. It has a name field and a category field, which is like the type field in the other table. Plus it has three more fields, address, telephone, and hours. Close the table window. In the catalog window, right-click Parks. That's the dataset we're loading into. Point to Load and choose Load Data to start the wizard. Click Next on the first panel. Browse to the input data, which is the new parks shapefile. It's under Source Data, Park Data. Add it to the list of data to load and click Next. Click Next again. Besides loading the features, we have to load their attributes. The target fields are from the parks table, the one we're loading into. The matching source fields are from new parks, the table we're loading from. Click Next again, and finish. Turn off new parks. We can see that the two features have been loaded into the parks layer. Open the parks attribute table. It has 1,211 features, two more than before. Scroll down to the bottom. The last two records in the table are the new parks we just loaded. Notice they have null values in the acres field. Close the table. Okay, that completes our first objective to load the data. Now we have all the LA parks in one data set. Let's remove the new parks layer and zoom out to the extent of the parks layer. This layer actually has more data in it than we need. Turn off the cities layer to clean up the display. From the selection menu, choose Select by Location. The target layer is Parks. That's what we're selecting. The source layer is LA River. The selection is based on distance from the source layer. It will make that distance 3 miles. The query says, select parks that are within 3 miles of the river, which means if any part of the park is within 3 miles. So this selection will include all the parks that are relevant to the analysis with plenty of room to spare. Click OK. That's our selected set. Let's see how many we got. 169. So that was our second objective, to select a subset of parks. Our third objective is to copy those selected parks to a new feature class. We go to the search window and get the Copy Features tool. Okay, the input features are parks. We'll rename the output feature class to Parks 2. Click OK. The new feature class shows up in Ready Data, and a layer is added to the map. We'll make it green. Check out its attribute table. It has 169 records, like it should. Close it. Our last objective is to get rid of the old Parks feature class in the Ready Data geodatabase. Right-click Parks and choose Delete. We get prompted to confirm the deletion. Be careful about deleting things from the catalog because they don't go to the recycle bin. They get totally wiped out. But we're sure, so we'll click Yes. So now we'll just rename the Parks 2 feature class to Parks, and we're done. The parks data is ready for the analysis.